Hey, this is OXTF, and this is the third video out of 5 in a series on some easy, very easy, hack the box coding challenges. You don't have to watch them in order, but if you want to, go back to oddly even. Otherwise, continue on. We're going to jump into addition. Challenge 3, addition. 2 ancient runes hold hidden powers. Combine them to unlock their sum and reveal their secret. Given the difficulty of these very easy challenges, I think we have some idea of what we're going to have to do. It looks like the input's going to come in as 3 and 4, and we have to output 7. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to start just as we usually do by printing n to make sure we have a feel for what's going on. Fail, okay. Correct input was that, the input was 3158. It looks like there's actually, so in the example here, it shows a space separating them, but it actually looks like there's a new line separating them, and then it returns 3158. I think I mentioned earlier in one of the previous challenges that input reads one line. So if we want to do that, we can do, make this x, let's make this x1, we can say x2 equals int input like that. And now if we say print n x1, x2, and we run this again, you can see the input was 9260, 47, 63, and we printed out those two numbers. So we did get those two numbers. We did not create an answer to that. So like, again, the thing you might think to do is say something like res is equal to x1 plus x2. And then down here, we are going to just res, and we run this, and we got the flag. So it's pretty much that easy. We could easily do this just in here, run this again, still gives the flag. We could even do, I mean, if we wanted, we could do something like that plus that. I think this will work. Let's comment you out and run it, and it still works. I wonder what else we could do. I mean, could we do, let's see, let's comment that out and do, what if we did int input for underscore in range 2, and I'll explain this in a second. And then we do sum of that, and we print that, and will that work? Let's give that a try. I'll explain again what I'm doing in a second. It looks like it does work. Just to say, what if we do just to make sure, put a +1 in there, it should fail, and we should get 1 too few. Yeah, so that was looking good. So what did I do here? This is a little bit more complicated. One of the really cool things I use all the time in Python is this idea of kind of these inline loops. And so if you look at what we did here, we said we'll do something like x for x in range 2. And if we do that, what it's going to say, range 2 is going to give me the numbers 0 and 1. Range 5 will give me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And it's going to say, so for each x, we're going to loop through range, and for each of them, we're just going to get that. So this right here will give me a, let's see, if we do that, we should get a new line here that shows it. So you can see we get 0 and 1 down there as our answers. Now, in Python, when you want to do a loop, but you don't actually need this variable, it's the common convention is just to name the variable underscore. Just kind of signals to the reader that, like, yeah, I'm looping over this, but I don't actually need it. And then each time we're going to say int input, and so we're just going to do that 2 times. And then there's a function sum that comes here, and we can run sum takes in an iterable like a list or a generator or an array or a tuple, and it says, yeah, assume these are all integers, sum them up, give me the total. And so what I've done here, well, one more thing, I guess one more little slight thing. You can see here I've got I've made a list with the square brackets, and here I left that off. And you can do that when you leave the square brackets off. It makes it, when you use round brackets, it makes a generator instead of a list. And sum can handle that generator just fine, so I can save myself a couple characters. So yeah, I've just said, for 2 times, read a line in, convert it to an integer, and then take that resulting thing, sum it up, and then print it. That's it.